day today. Today has been a wild day. We got some good information for you. I have also an announcement from Nu Skin. I'll give you the announcement early since we're all on time. We'll call it on time. We're all on time, and I'll give you the early announcement so that you get this something amazing. Just so you know, Nu Skin won fourth year in a row as the number one beauty machines or beauty devices globally. So that's like a really big, like awesome. So any machine that you use for your face, like any machine, okay, medically, Medi-Spa, you go to those big salons where you pay $200 a facial or whatever the case may be. Any of those machines, those 100,000 machines, $100,000 machines, we beat them with our little handheld devices at Nu Skin. So if you ever think about going to the salon to get a facial, just know that you have a better device like in your grasp. Okay. So fourth year in a row, Nu Skin has won the number one beauty devices in the world. So that is a super big yes. Yeah. Like that's so good to know. So just in case if anyone asks you, well, how does this compare with other devices? Well, we're number one. 4 years in a row, right? Like that's how it compares. Okay, let me get some water. 1 second here. So as you guys remember, we always start out our call. I needed a little bit of agua. Someone asked me, why do I use jars? I like to recycle. So why do I need to buy glasses where I have glass right here? Like recycle. I try to be zero waste. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, Yeva has a better glass than me. Yeva, I need to grab some of that. Right. I need a little bit of. I don't have any wine, but next time we'll do a wine. I do a Zoom on Wednesday night after this for like facial spas, like spa parties, and that's where we usually do wine. So next week I'll invite everybody. You guys can come join us with your beer or your champagne or whatever you want, and you can do facial products and you can have beauty day. Okay, but I'll let you guys know about that next time. Okay, so just to repeat, we won 4 years in a row. Yeah, it's like we should play the song "We Are the Champions," my friend. Right? Um, but okay, so let's get started. I hope that you have your notepad and paper today. Yeah, Freddie. Freddie's awesome. Yeah, Freddie, good job. Oh, hey, we got our family from Hawaii is still here. Hey, Melinda, how are you? Good to see you again. You're looking great. Okay, so I hope you guys got some great notes or a notebook for great notes. We got some good notes for you today. So let's just jump in. Today is going to be a super simple training. Usually we go kind of long sometimes and I give you guys really in-depth info. But today I wanted to cover just very simply on how do you follow up with people. Like I think that is a very simple thing that most of us kind of either forget or we don't know how to do, right? Like how do I follow up with people if I'm using social media? Because a lot of the times, when you're doing it in person, it's so easy to follow up because you just call them. You're just like, oh, I have you in my list, and I just call you. Like, that's pretty simple. But on social media, how do I follow up with people? How do I make it simple? And how do I be consistent at it? I think is really the idea, right? How do I be consistent at following up if I'm using social media? So today I'm going to teach you that. Follow up. Okay, hold on. Let me just put this in here. How to follow up. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now there's going to be 3 areas that we're going to talk about. So number 1 is going to be following up with people that have already purchased. That's one. Following up with people or following up with someone that wants to purchase but didn't yet. And then following up with people that just said no, right? Because you still want to follow up with them even though they said no, right? Like that's still like something you want to do. So again, today's call is about following up using social media. The 3 parts: following up someone that purchased, following up with someone that wants to purchase, but they might not have the money, or they might not even be home. Like they might be on vacation and they want the product when they get home. And the last one is following up with someone that just says no. Like, I don't want whatever you got. Eric, I don't want what you're selling. Right? Like, because some people have said that, right? Like, I don't want whatever you're selling. Like, oh my God, you're rude. Right? But you can't really say that. You have to like, you still want the sale. So you have to say something else, right? And this goes for anybody for any product. So even if you're not doing Nu Skin and you have another business, like you can come here on Wednesdays and still learn how to build your business. Like it's fine. Okay, so let's get into it. So number one, so I have 12 of them, 12 follow-up steps. You don't need to do all of these, but they do help. And these are things that I used. I actually wrote down all my notes, and then my sweetheart looked online about like the 10 main ways to follow up, and literally like 7 out of 10 was already what I have in my notes. I was like, okay, I'm on the right track, right? Like that's how you know, right? That you're okay at doing this game of sales, I guess. Okay, so number one, following up with someone who has already purchased. First thing you do, as soon as Eric purchases a product from me, I'm going to thank him. You know, Eric, thank you so much for supporting. I call it my little big business, is what I call it, because it can be little, like if you sell a toothpaste, or it can be global and gigantic if you build an organization. Like, so it's a little big business. That's what I say. So thank you, Eric, for supporting my little big business. Is the first thing I say, because that just lets him know that I am appreciative and that I'm a nice person and I'm not only looking for a sale. Okay, I want to be his friend. I want to see what he's doing. Eric is Creole, and I want to know what he's about and where he's from. Okay, so that's number one. Say thank you for supporting my business. I really think that's crucial. A lot of people forget to just say thank you. So remember, thank you for supporting my business. Number two, once they purchase the product, let's say Eric purchases today. Let's say, hey, Grant, I love that LumiSpa thing you've been showing online, and I want one for myself. So I sell it to him. He likes it. Now he's going to order it. Like, let's say I have his information already. I have the payment. And it's like, okay, well, what's the next step? Once he purchases this, what I'll do at that point is I'll try to upsell him. That's the first. I know this is, we're talking about follow-up. I get it. But once I make the sale, I'll try to ask Eric, hey, Eric, do you use any serums, any moisturizers, or what do you use when you finish with your cleansing? And then I'll go into like, you know, if Eric says, I already have a serum, Grant, I already have a moisturizer, thank you, but no thank you, then I don't need to go anywhere. If Eric says, hey, Grant, well, actually, I do need something, and then I'll go ahead into a whole recommendation route of what can be paired with the product, right? That's another call. What can be paired with the product. But once that's all finished, right? I set an alarm on my phone, and for about 7 days later from the purchase date. So number two, set an alarm 7 days later from purchase date. Why? Because the product typically takes about 3 to 5 days to get to Eric, right? Nu Skin's about 3 to 5 days, 7 at the most. So, or I shouldn't say that, but normally I notice it's about 7 days, okay? In some Latin countries, it's 10 days, but that's because of their thing. More? ¿Qué más? But in Mexico, so yeah, in Mexico, it takes about 14 days, right? I think about 14 days in Mexico. Some, hopefully not more than that. But like I said, it just depends on what country you're in. So what I do is I set the alarm for the date they're going to receive the product. So let's say Eric is getting it in 7 days. I set my alarm for next week, and then I message Eric. And I ask him if he's already tried it, and say, Eric, hey, did you already try that facial spa or that toothpaste or that LumiSpa that you purchased? Did you get to try it yet? And Eric most likely will say, no, I didn't. It's still in the box. This is what I've noticed. It's still in the box. And I say, okay, wonderful. I always say wonderful. I never say like, oh, Eric, why didn't you open it? Right? I hope Denise does that noise. Why didn't you open it, man? Good, yeah. Denise is good. I know you're really good. Yeah. Like the noise. Okay, like why didn't you open it, right? Because you don't want to say that. I say, Eric, that's wonderful. Do you have the box with you? Like, and they're like, oh yeah, I do. Do you have time to open it now? Like, let's get this thing open, right? And so I ask him, do you have time to open it now? So that's like, we're going on the number 3 thing, right? Now, if Eric says that, he can't open it now, or I'm busy, or yes, doesn't matter. Yes or no, either way. Okay. It's either a yes or no, doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna already have a video of me or my sponsor using the product, and then I'm gonna send that to Eric. Okay. I like to have a pre-recorded video already ready, because when your team is moving quickly or you're selling a lot of product, it's good to have a video tutorial on how to use it. And you can put that on YouTube or in your product group. I typically like to have it in my product group. That way they don't leave Facebook and go into like some hole of videos. Right? Anybody go on to like videos on YouTube and just go down a hole, and then you're like trapped in YouTube videos? I've been there. I don't know about you guys, but like I get trapped in videos. So we don't want that. So you want to have something of you using and explaining the product, and then you want to direct them where they can find that video. You can use YouTube, but I like to either have something in my phone, or I like to have something in a Facebook group. That way we can keep everybody in one place, right? Now that's number 3. Number 4 is inform them. Now, when you follow up with them, let's say the week later, right? And you're asking about the product. Let's say they use it, they love it. Hey, Grant, I love this product. Thank you so much for selling it to me. This is really wonderful. That's also a good way to let them know, about like new features about the product. Or sorry, not like new. How do I want to say this? This is not like a new feature yet. This is more like on the 7th day, asking them if they used it, making sure they used it properly, and they have a video guide on how to use it. That's like the 7th day. Okay. Then from there, I set an alarm in my phone about a month later, like literally maybe a couple weeks later. Let's say like let's go 2 weeks later is what I would normally do. I set alarm for 2 weeks later, and I message Eric. Eric, how are you liking that Lumi Spa? Is it everything you wanted? Are you happy with it? Do you like it? So Eric's gonna give me a yes or no, what he thinks about it. And if it's a no, Grant, I don't like it because my skin's dry, or yes, Grant, I love it because of this reason, I can go into a kind of like answering questions or overcoming objections or obstacles. Because I've had people say like, Grant, I'm using this, like this is honesty, okay? Grant, I'm using this product and my face feels dry and it's kind of red and a little irritating. Like, I don't really like that. Wow, like wonderful. Like that's I always, if you know me, wow, wonderful. Like that's good, a great feedback. Like, thank you so much. You're not having you're not having the results you want, or the feeling you want. So my question is, number 1, what kind of skin do you have? And I already addressed this when I first talked to them, right? But I check with them. So just remind me again, what kind of skin do you have? Normal, acne, dry, sensitive, right? Go through that. And then the next question I ask is, are you putting enough product? Are you using enough gel? Okay, this is the follow-up. Are you using enough gel? Because some people, I wish I had them open next to me. I don't. But some people will go ahead and put like a little itty bitty little drop of product on their finger and try to add water and water it down and try to use it and make it last like 1 year, right? Like where these tubes, like these tubes are 1 month supply tubes. These are not 1 year or 6 months, or these are not that. These are 30-day tubes. Like, I know they're different sizes, but these are 30-day tubes. So you need to make sure people are using it within 30 days to maybe 50 days. So between 30 and 50 days, they should be out of their product. And if they are not, they're not using enough gel. So that's my question is, hey, Eric, how did you like it? Oh, Grant, I feel this. Oh, awesome. Amazing. Well, how much gel are you using? You know what I mean? So, oh, actually, I'm actually, I'm kind of like a saver person. I only use a little bit because I wanted to save it. Well, and then you can go into your spiel of they need to add more gel if they want to get the best results. And I always just tell people, hey, you paid for it. You might as well get the best results, right? So use the product. And also too, in that time frame, you can also let them know about any new features or upgrades or things that happen, right? Like the Lumi Spa. If they just got the Lumi Spa, and Eric, bought that, and I just kind of later on say, hey, by any chance, they just came out with something for the eyes that has a little attachment for the eyes. So I'll kind of like upsell that, right? Or hey, did you know? And I would just add like, this is a complement product, a product that will complement with what they're already using. Okay. I don't try to sell it to them like, hey, Eric, you need this for your eyeballs, Eric. Like, look at those baggies, right? No, I don't do any of that. It's just like, hey, by the way, you know, I just want to let you know that Nu Skin did come out with something that is for the eye bags, and it's a head attachment. So if you know anyone that needs this, let me know. I always go, Eric, if you know somebody, let me know. I never say, hey, Eric, you need these porque tú tienes bolsas. Like you have bags under your eyes, right? Like I don't do that. Okay. So you always say like, hey, if you know anybody. And I'm just using Eric as an example because I got a beautiful face of Eric right here and I can see him. So just use Eric as my good example. Now, at the same time, about like that, you know, the 2 weeks later, I'll ask them, hey, can I add you to my product group? Because, you know, there's more information about the product. I typically like to do that right when they get the product, because obviously I said there's a tutorial and my tutorial is in my beauty group. So I will kind of add them to my beauty group early. But if you don't have that video yet, then, you know, obviously create the video and then put it in your group so that we can add them, right? So you eventually want to get to add them in. Now, number 6, keeping track of all your orders. This is something that's super crucial. Okay, now what is some of the information that you want to keep track on? Let me see here. I have my little paper here that I wanted to show you. Give me a moment. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, perfect. Sorry, everybody, one moment. Let me just get this here. You know, when you have so many windows in your screen, right? It's like, where did everything go? Oh, here we go. Numbers, perfect. Okay. So this is something that I use to kind of keep track of everybody, okay? So this works really well. Deanies might want to, what am I doing here? You might want to read this in Spanish just in case. I'm trying to make it so I can zoom over. There we go. Okay. Okay, so this is something that I use, right? When you sign someone up or they become a customer of yours or whatever the case is, well, the first thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have their name and like either a customer ID number. Okay, if they're a new customer that you actually signed up in the system, so they're a retail or a member, you know, you want to get their information, right? Put the name here. Then after name, you want to get their address, because obviously either you're selling this to them directly, like I have inventory that I sell directly, and then if it's a big ticket item, I usually just have Nu Skin send it because it's save on shipping. But I always will get their address just in case I want to send them like a little goodie or a thank you note or a birthday card, or I like to send people stuff, right? Or a sample of my new product. Like I just send samples to people. Also, too, you want to get their email address. Now, why do you want to collect email addresses? Because you can put them in your email blast. And if you don't already have an email blast, you can go to MailChimp, or I think it's called MailChimp, or Constant Contact, or you can find a system for your email blasting, right? What product they purchased. I always like to take a note of what product they purchased. Did they pay or not? Because some people like give you all their info, but they don't pay, or their credit card or debit card doesn't go through. So you want to just kind of like note that in there, that like, yeah, they paid, or no, they didn't pay. I'm waiting for payment. Okay, just in case. Of course, ship date, what date it went out, because I know when to follow up because of the ship date. If it shipped today, I call Eric in 7 days from today. Like I know that already. So I put a note in my phone. Okay. Then obviously we got email. Well, got email already. And then you want to get the tracking number. I always go for tracking number just in case anything happens. Okay. So everybody got those, right? It's very simple. This is very simple stuff. Okay. This is not a super in-depth, gonna blow your mind away call today. This is just the very basic fundamentals of like, if I sell something, how do I follow up with them? Because the idea of network marketing is not to sell a product one time and to go hunt for a new person to sell new products to. Like that's not the idea of network marketing. That's not it. It's to sell a lot of little products to a lot of people, and they purchase it on a monthly basis. Like this is the idea of network marketing. Because if you have a lot of people buying a little bit of product every month, like our whitening toothpaste, if they purchase it every month and a half, and you have hundreds of people doing that, like that creates like revenue for you forever, for life. And that's the purpose of network marketing, right? That's why we're in this game, is not to make money today. It's to make money for the rest of, well, it's to make money today and the rest of our life. Let's say both, right? Because it's less us. It's both. Okay. But I just want to give you some tips and tricks. If you do not have Numbers, which is on a Mac, on a Apple computer, right? On Manzanita, if you have a little Apple, that is Numbers. Numbers is a free app you can use. It's called Numbers. If you have a Android, or if you use a PC, like one of the other computers, it's going to be called Excel. Excel is what you're going to want to use. Doesn't matter, just whatever is easy for you. I have a Manzanita, I have an Apple, so I use Mac just because I have it. So, but like I said, Excel or Numbers on a Mac. And let's see, what I do for mine, just to give you more in depth, is I save mine to iCloud, just in case anyone's new to this. I save mine to iCloud because just in case if I'm on the road and someone's like, hey, can I get that product that I ordered from you last week? Can I get another one? I'm not going to say, hey, Eric, what did you order again? Like that would be kind of rude. I'm just going to look in my little order history here, and I'm going to look at what they ordered. And I'm just going to go, oh, okay, well, she got Nutricentials. She got 2 of them on November 18th or 28th. Okay, so she needs 2 more. Oh, it's probably for a friend. You know what I mean? Like I can do a little bit of like due diligence on my own and figure out why she needs that product. Okay. So that's why I save mine in iCloud. So it's on my phone as well. Number 7, set an alarm. Well, I got that one. I told you guys that one. Set an alarm 1 week after they purchase so you can follow up. I just reiterate it. And then you want to set an alarm every month, like literally maybe 30 days from when they got the product. Now, why is that? So if Eric got the product, today, I have an alarm. There's going to be 3 alarms, okay? And I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not for a lifetime customer. Just remember that. I'm cultivating Eric to be a lifetime customer of Grant Chapman and Nu Skin, right? Like that's the idea. So I set my alarm for 1 week. Follow up. Did he get it? Yes. Did you use it? Yes or no? 2 weeks later, I have another alarm. Hey, Eric, how do you like it? Like you must be using this for a while. Do you enjoy your product? Do you like it? Are you mad? Are you happy? Because if he hates the product, I have to get it returned, or I need to handle it or handle the problem, because I don't want any unsatisfied customers. If you have any unsatisfied customers, guess what? They tell the world. Like if you do a post on social media and their friends are interested, they're going to message their friend and be like, no, don't order that. It didn't work for me. So you want to nip that in the butt, like right away. So I will message Eric 2 weeks later and say, how do you like it? And then I will handle any objections that I need to, or I need to get them a refund, which I've had to get people refunds before. Some people are just like, I don't like this. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, it's okay. Like, it's not for everybody. 0.01% of people are allergic to everything. So you only can please 99% of people at Nu Skin, okay? You can't please everybody. There's a 1% of people that are not going to like anything you sell them. And I just want to make sure that I do my best. So that's what that's for, okay? Then last but not least, like I mentioned, you want to set up that last alarm for 30 days from the order date. Now, why is that? Because you're going to have a 1 week window between when they're finished. And I'm going to follow up with Eric. Hey, Eric, just last checkup, my friend. Do you need anything else? Do you need to add a serum? Do you need to add a moisturizer? You should be out of your toothpaste, out of your facial gel, out of whatever product that is you're using, your moisturizer. You should be out of it by now. And I'm just wondering, like, do you need any more? And if Eric says, no, Grant, I don't need any more, I still have half a tube, then I know that something's wrong. He's not using his product. Like, hey, Eric, if you don't mind me asking, like, how often do you use it? Well, I only using it like once a week. Oh, and then you can go into like, well, why? Is there a reason why? Or like, do you know you're supposed to use it twice a day? Like, you can kind of ask questions, because if he's using it only once a month, that will tell me why his bottle's still full, right? Like that gives me a lot of insight, because the worst thing that can happen in your business is that they get a overstock of inventory.
Yes, there is definitely holiday specials for sure. Holiday specials, yeah, there's specials all holiday. If anybody wants to look for specials at Nu Skin, this is a good one. Good question. As soon as you go to nuskin.com and you scroll down, it'll say current promotions. So current promotions. You have to kind of scroll down to the bottom. I don't know why it's not at the top. It should be. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom at the homepage, it'll say current promotions, and you can find stuff in there. I think there's one about mask right now. There's a really beautiful facial mask that they have, I think, for like $5 off. I bought a bunch. I have boxes of it because, and that's a good question. So I use those facial masks. They're only like $1.50 to $2 each, and you can get a box of 8 of them or 5. I don't remember the price exactly, but they're under $2. So what I do is someone orders product continuously from me, I'll send them a little facial mask. Like like it's okay, right? Because what if they order, oh God, I need another one. Oh my God, you're ordering 3 products already? Here, let me throw in a facial mask for you, or a sample of the toothpaste, or like, let me throw in something for you. And I've done that to people. I've sent a little sample of the toothpaste and they go, hey, what is this toothpaste? This is so good. I like it. Well, and then I go into my pitch and then I sell them one. So like, I've definitely done that. It's worked. Okay, but good. I like that. Good question. Really good. So as we were saying, you want to get an alarm towards the end of when they need a reorder. You want to set an alarm towards the end where they need a reorder, about a week before reorder date. And I'll just ask them very politely, like, hey, do you need a reorder? Because it's been about a month and it typically lasts you about a month. And I've had some people tell me, no, Grant, I don't. But if you can show me how to log in and order it myself, I'll order it as I need it. Oh, wonderful. Totally cool. I show my friend how to do that. My friend, he orders it every other month. He orders his facial gel, the LumiSpa facial gel. He orders his activating gel. He orders it every other month. I see it in there. 26 points. Like, okay, good. He's ordering every month. Okay, because that will help them. I have some people like, let's see. I have some people like my not my auntie, but like my one of my good friends that are older than me. In Hawaii, we call everybody auntie, so it'd be like my auntie, but it's not. Like Viennese, I would call her mom auntie, like Tia, even though she's not my auntie, right? Like, it's just a respect thing in Hawaii. And so I would just follow up with her and just say, hey, auntie, I know you're probably out of your products by now. Do you need more of your supplements? And she would most likely be, yeah, Grant, thank you so much for reminding me. I totally forgot. I only have 5 packets left. Can you get that like to me right away? So that way you're not dropping the ball. Because too much product and not product are both bad. Too much and not enough are not good. So you need to be kind of like in that sweet spot right on this end, okay? So just before they run out, like you want to make sure you're filling orders, okay? Now the question everybody asks me, well, Grant, if I'm following up every day with people, like how do I have time for new sales, right? That's kind of the question. So what I do is I think Saturday is the best day to follow up. Saturdays are the best day. So every Saturday, take like 2 or 3 hours, depends on your list of contacts that you have, right? If your list is only 2, then you're not going to take that long to follow up. But if your list after 7 years is like thousands of people, then, or hundreds, let's not go too crazy. Let's say hundreds of people, then just start going down your list and spend 2 or 3 hours like following up with them. And then the next Saturday, do the other chunk. Next Saturday, do the other chunk, right? So every Saturday, give yourself a specific time frame and just spend time there following up, because we all have busy lives. You all have things to do. So it's better if you just plan it. Just, okay, every Saturday between noon and 4 p.m., I'm sitting down and I'm checking on all my customers. Okay. Now, remember to always ask for feedback. Number 9. Make sure to always ask for feedback. Like, hey, after some time is given, maybe about a month or so, I'll message back, circle around, and say, hey, like, how did you like the product? Is it working for you? Do you enjoy it? Tell me your experience. And people will write you some of the most amazing things. I've had people like, I screenshot it because the testimony is so good. Like one lady said to me, oh my God, these supplements that I got from you, I feel so good that now my husband wants them. And I was like, what do you mean? Why does your husband want them? He noticed such a joy and all the energy and how happy I am. Like, like just in the last like couple weeks, I just feel so good. Like you couldn't ask for a better testimony than my husband, who wants nothing that I have, wants what I'm taking, and wants to buy it himself. Like, and we need it. Like he wants it. Like that's a great test. You can't get a better testimony than that. Like you can't pay somebody for a testimony like that. And I saved that and I asked her, hey, you know, Auntie Kat, her name's Kat. She lives here in Texas. Is one of my new customers here. And she and I asked her, hey, can I use that testimony? Like for like, can I use that testimony? Because that's such a great testimony. And she goes, oh my gosh, like sure, no problem. I screenshotted that and I sent it to my customers and people that were thinking about taking this product or the life pack. And most of them were like, okay, I'll take it. Like I'll get on that. Like and get me one for my husband. Like I'll get on it. And I got like 3 or 4 more customers from that one order. So my one order, just so you're understanding, went from $200, right? Because they're 100 each, right? Or maybe like around 80. We'll just go up. So this even number 100 bucks. So 2 of them, 200. I shared it with 4 other people. Now that's 4, 5, 6. Now that's $600 in sales because of their testimony and my follow-up. Okay, like not because of me, because I'm good at sales. No, because I just took a really good testimony and I shared it with people that were on the fence about the product, and that way they're in. Okay, so that's why you want to ask these questions. Okay, and these are great ways to upsell. Also, last but not least, or last 3 things, and then we're almost done. Send articles that might be helpful. This is something very crucial. I think some of the people that were speaking to me a little bit ago noticed that I was sharing with them this picture. I think my two lady friends are on, and so I like to Google about Nu Skin, about Google Finance. I think Eric will like this one because me and Eric follow Google Finance for a lot of topics. we like to get in finance and stocks, and we like to do all that kind of stuff. So we check Google Finance, and I check what people are saying about Nu Skin at Google Finance, because if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, you want to know what's going on in the real world, which is Google Finance. Google Finance says that Nu Skin named the #1 brand for beauty devices for 4 consecutive years. This is from like Yahoo Finance, which if anybody who's anybody goes to Yahoo Finance or the Wall Street Journal, right? That's where you go. And they just said that we have if you're looking for beauty skin products, we have the #1 in the world for the last 4 years. So that's an easy sell. I don't like everybody that bought a LumiSpa from me, I'm going to send them this, every single one of them, because just in case they stopped using it and they tried another product, right? Because has that ever happened to you personally? You bought something, you put it in the drawer and you stopped using it. Okay, put a #1 in the chat. I'm guilty. Put a #1 in the chat if you've ever bought something and just put it in the drawer and didn't use it, or you used it like 2 or 3 times and then you just stuck it in the drawer. Is anybody else? Am I the only one? Okay, Yuri, Yeva, Edwin, Dionys, Margaret. Okay, so all of us. If there's more than 4, all 40 of us do this, guaranteed. Yeah, Andre's like, yeah, me. Okay, Andre. Okay, so this is the idea. We all do this, right? Like, I buy stuff, and oh my God, here's one. Here's a great one for you. I bought this. Years ago, and I've never used it. It's a calligraphy, little Chinese calligraphy thing. I bought this over a decade ago. It was in storage. Never used it. So like I put it on my desk now so I can practice calligraphy and Chinese, like just because I like trying different things. So like I'm guilty. So this is something that why you want to follow up and why you want to show them articles that prove that your ingredient or product is the best. Okay. If it's kind of like it shows that it's okay, I don't send it. I only look for things that say we're like the best or the ingredient is the best. I'll send them that because there's no way to rebuttal. There's no way to compare. There's just like, oh, you're the best. I need one, or I need to start using it again. Like that. That's not to be rude, but that's the point. Is to give them a reason to keep using it. Now, 2 more. Once they enjoy it, ask for referrals. I think asking for referrals is very important. No matter what product you have, when they like it, ask for referrals. I'll just ask, hey, Eric, since you love it so much, do you know any of your friends that would like this type of product? And Eric's like, oh, I don't know, maybe. It's like, well, hey, if you can do me a favor and send me some referrals, I'll send you like a commission fee, or I'll send you a product for free, or I like to add something, like give him a reason, because just like you have a big network. Eric has a good network of people. So why not compensate him for his network? Right, Eric? Wouldn't that sound better if I give you like, I'll give you like $10 for every time that someone buys a toothpaste. Like if I give you $10 for every time someone buys a toothpaste, or $5, or a free tube, or whatever you want to do, people will be like, hey, I'll refer you every day. Like that person might refer 5 people a month to you just so they get a free tube. Like that works. Okay. Wow, I traced Chinese calligraphy. Yeah, but okay, good. That's why I bought it. I bought it so I could do that. I bought this 10 years ago in Hawaii at a place downtown in Honolulu, and I never used it. So I brought it to Houston with me when I went to Hawaii like a couple months ago. Okay. So now like last part, like I said, is you want to follow up kind of during the weekend. I pick Saturdays. Why? Because normally Monday through Friday, people are at work, or they're busy, or something's going on in their life where they don't have time to get back to you. And that could be sometimes stressful for you, and it could be kind of stressful for them. They might forget, and then you're following up again, and you feel kind of like a bother, but you're not, but you feel that way. So just choose one day. Just go for Saturday or Sunday and just follow up on the one day. It makes it easier. Or Monday nights, right? Or an evening, whatever time works for you. Okay, for that, so those are for people that already purchased. The other 2 are going to be really fast. I only have like 5 notes for the other 2 because they're not that big of a deal. I always think that this is important, and I'm going to give you one tip that I wasn't planning to share. It's not on my notes, but this is something that really helped me as a salesperson, and this can go for any business. Okay, so this is, if you please, I would write this down. I would highlight it. I would print something, put it on your wall. I had it on my office wall for over 2 years, so I remember it now. I don't need the offer. I don't need it on my wall, but this was on my desk for 2 years. Okay, everybody ready? This quote right here. Keep, grow, and new. I'll explain. Keep, grow, new. Okay. If anybody's ever made a sale in their life, or you continue planning on making sales, this is the 3 most important things that you're going to want to remember in your sales business. Keep, grow, new. Keep your customers that you have. It's easier to upsell a customer that already likes you and your product. Like, it's so easy. Like, hey, Eric, I know you. I can call you on the phone. Like, he's my friend. He's going to keep using my products. It's like, Eric's my buddy. I love Eric. Okay. Now growing my existing customer base and helping them to expand on more of the products I have. Keeping Eric as my customer, helping Eric open his portfolio and putting more products. Like, Eric likes the whitening toothpaste. Great. Hey, Eric, have you tried black, right? The next product. Okay, keep, grow. Now, new prospects, new customers, new people. Okay, but you need to make sure that you're keeping, you need to make sure that you're growing, and then you need to make sure you're getting new ones. Okay, those are, I had this on a wall. We call it the yellow brick road. Okay, it's a part of the yellow brick road, like Alice in Wonderland. Is that right? No, not Alice. Is that Alice in Wonderland? No, that's the one with the heels. The girl with the red heels.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Thank you. I haven't seen movies in a while. Wizard of Oz. Okay, it's a yellow brick road. You start with Toto and you end with Oz. Okay, you start with just Toto, and on your way you pick up the Tin Man. You're gonna pick up the who else? The White Witch or whatever, the other witch. You're gonna pick up, the Lion-O. You're gonna pick up all these things on the way. Okay, so keep, grow, new. So those are very, very important. And I can go in the yellow brick road on another call that we'll do strictly for sales based. But keep growing it. Okay. And I'll give you the last pieces and then we'll call it a day. Following up with someone that has not purchased but they still want the product. Okay, this is for anybody that hasn't purchased. Maybe Suzanne. I don't think we have a Suzanne on here, but I'll just say Suzanne. I like that name. So let's say that hopefully there is a Suzanne in here. Well, then welcome to the call, Suzanne. But I just threw the name out there. But okay, let's say Suzanne bought a product, or Suzanne wants to get a product, but she goes, Grant, it's a little pricey. It's not really in my budget. I don't know. I really want it, but I'll get back to you. Right? Anybody heard that one? I really like it, but I'll get back to you. And how does that? You're just like, what? Buy or don't buy? Like, what is it? Like, what is the I'll get back to you? Like, I don't understand this. Like, either buy it or don't. All my salespeople are laughing. I can tell you're all in sales. You're just like, oh my God, I hate that. Like, who, like that frustrates me. Look at my face. It frustrates me more than anything. I'll get back to you. Like, just say you don't want it. Like, it's easier for me to move on. Break my heart, rip off the band-aid so I can move on, right? Like, don't string me along. Okay, right, was laughing. Okay, so how do we not get strung along? Okay, number one, if someone says, I like it, but I'm not ready right now, what to do? My first question to them, is it the company? Or actually, if I'm talking about network marketing, I will say it's the company. That's if I'm doing more of a building sale. But if it's a normal sale, I would say, is it the product or is it the price? So Grant, hey, thank you so much. I love it. I will let you know. I will let you know. So what do we say, Dionese? What do we do? I will say, well, is it the price or is it the product? And then they're going to tell me, well, actually, Grant, the price is a little out of my budget. That's one. Or, Grant, I'm not sure if this is the product I need. That could be the other one. So now I understand why they're saying not now, is because I did not answer all their questions and concerns, and they don't believe enough in me or the product to purchase. That's fair, right? That's fair. I think that's fair. Like, I didn't do enough due diligence to close the sale. I think that's fair. So, Dionese, is it the price or is it the product? Let's just say it's the product. Well, if it's the product, then I can look for a different product that'll fit their needs, because Nu Skin has a lot of products. We have over 300 in this country alone, not in the other country. We have a lot of products. Now, if it's the price, then that's good, because now I know, okay, well, what is your budget? And I can look for their budget, because as you guys all know me from this call, I always start at retail. Someone says, well, how much is the LumiSpa? I'm like, 250. Like, that's the premium. And if they go, well, ooh, granted, the price, it's kind of pricey. And I said, okay, well, are you looking for, like, let's talk again of what you're looking for. Are you looking for like this level? Are you looking for results, or are you looking for more of a budget saver with results? And most people say, well, something I could save my budget with results. Then I'll introduce them to some of other. I look over here because my products are here, right? Sorry. Like, I'll like look for another product. And I'm Marguerite, right? I'm like looking like what can I get you? They're right here. Right. So I look for another product that will fit their budget and their need. Now, if you go wholesale price first and they say this is the price, I can't go any lower. So it doesn't help. Right. So you want to make sure that you're following up with them and ask them, is it about the price or the product? Now, also, you still want, even if they say no, you still want to add them to your beauty page, because you want to keep them in the funnel. So add them to your beauty page so they stay in your funnel. And then you want to follow up with them 5 days later. I'll let you guys write this one down. Follow up with them 5 days later with a special or a promotion. And even if the promotion might not be from the company, you can make your own promotions because you are your own boss. So if it's too pricey, I can come back 5 days later and say, hey, by the way, they're offering a 15% off for these next 2 days, and I thought about you and wanted to see if this is something you still wanted. So that way I'm not losing the sale. I'm still like, I still can get the sale. But I don't typically give them a discount right away, because then it's just this kind of seems right. So I wait a couple days and then I'll come back and say, hey, I have a special. Do you want to get this special? Right now. Um, okay, hold on. Am I okay? Can you hear me, Denise? Yeah, good. So, okay. So now when I follow up with them again, now you want to make sure you know what kind of products that if they say it's too pricey and they can't afford it still, then you want to have a second and third product that you can fall back on. Like for if it's a LumiSpa and it's not working for them or they can't afford it, then we have the Gentle Cleansing Tone. If it's not Gentle Cleansing Tone, then I have 180 face wash. You know what I mean? So I can always think about having two products, later. Now, last but not least, is what if they say no? What if they just say, sorry, Dionise, hermosita, we do not want it, and no gracias, like this. They're just like, nah, right? Okay, that's fine. I say, well, thank you so much for letting me know. I really appreciate that. Is it the product or the price? And they might be, I just don't want to buy anything. Like, and no, right? Whatever they say, it might be just rude, right? Just be like, no. Then I'll just say, well, thank you so much. And if you don't mind me asking, why are you saying no? Just so I understand and I want to make sure that I give my best service. Why are you saying no? And I always ask, just why? Because what if they say, like, what if they give you a really good reason, like why? And that could help you change your business around. I remember when I first did sales, not Nu Skin, okay, this is like 10 years ago, maybe even longer, maybe even 15 years ago. I was doing on, knocking on doors, and someone said no to me. And I asked them, well, why? They looked at me and just said, I don't trust you. Like, wow. Like, that's so amazing. Like, oh, I know why now. They don't trust me. Then I asked them, well, what about me don't you trust? Like, I'm so intrigued. Like, I'm so direct. I'm so direct to people. Like, how do you not trust me? I try not to lie because you have to remember lies. And I don't remember sometimes the things I say. So I just try to be straight so that way I don't have to remember them. Just be honest. So you don't have to remember what you lied about, right? So like, well, why? And they told me a reason. I think the one guy was like, I think I was wearing a tie. I used to wear ties, a lot of ties, because I wanted to be professional, right? Like when I was younger, and I wanted to be like higher level. And you want to be elegante. You don't want to be more elegant. You're a new sales guy. You have a tie on, 3/4 sleeves. You got your little cufflinks on, right? You're looking good. And he was just like, you look too slick. Like too, I don't know how to say it. Oh, you got it in Spanish, slick? Okay, she's got it. Like you look too slick, too smooth, too like you're a swift talker. Like you're just too gifted in gab, I guess. I don't know. They were just like, you're too slick for me. And I was like, oh. So I left. I said, well, thank you for your time. I left. I went home. I came back the next day. I showed up the next day. And I showed up with my hair a little bit kind of messy. I unbuttoned my shirt and I showed up and I was not looking slick. I had jeans on with like a polo t-shirt, and I took my rings off, my watch off, and I just showed up, and I just came in like super in Hawaii. We called it like loco moco. Like I just came in like, hey, what's up? How you guys doing today? Like, aloha gang. And everyone's just like, are you the same guy from yesterday? And I was like, yeah, you said I was too slick. So I figured I'm not going to be professional. What can I help you with? I heard you need advertising. Do you guys want some? Or are you going to just like stay afloat as long as you can doing traditional old advertising? And I was just a little rude and not, because they already said no. And they said I was too good or too professional. So I just took it professional out the door. I didn't even wear nice shoes. I wear like ugly old shoes, and I just showed up. And the guy was just like, I'm really impressed. And I was like, why? He's like, well, you don't take no for an answer, and you actually listen to my feedback. And I said, well, if it's the slickness, I don't need to gel my hair. I did it for you guys. As you can tell, I'd rather not gel my hair. I'd rather not wear a tie. So this was to be professional. And I learned the difference between when to be professional and when to be casual is what I learned. But more importantly, I learned why he said no is because he didn't trust me. So then I could work on that. Now remember that if people don't buy from you, they typically just don't trust you. That's what I learned. Okay, so just want to give you some extra pieces as we're closing here. Now, if someone says no, I don't like it. Sorry, Vietnamese, you're too cute. I don't want to buy anything from you. Okay. And so if they say Eric, you're too handsome, I don't want to buy anything. Or Mike Don, you're too amazing and smart for me. I don't want nothing from you. Right. Right? You're too quick, Don. Okay. So whatever it is, right? I will come back to that same person if they weren't rude, because there's a difference between saying no nicely and being rude. If they're rude, file alt delete real quick. But if they're just saying no because they just don't need the product, it's fine. A good salesperson knows when to walk away from a sale. You don't need to get every sale. You don't need every sale. You trust me, you don't. It's not worth your headaches. So 3 to 6 months later, set an alarm and come back to Dini's or come back to that person and just say, hey, just wanted to follow up with you, letting you know that there is, and then tell them what there is, like either a promotion, either something else that's gonna entice them to buy. Okay, so those are my tips for following up with people. So that's what to do. I can take a question or two if anyone wants to maybe jot a question or has a question on following up. If you raise your hand physically. Oh, Eric's got one. All right, let's put Eric on there. Eric, let's get you in to add you to Spotlight. Uno momentito. I muted you. Try again.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right.
Listo.
There we go. Yes. Awesome stuff, Grant. Thank you, man. That was awesome. And real quick, so I noticed on that first one, when you were talking about, getting them to buy something right away. And sometimes I run into the issue of like, okay, I want them to buy, but then I want them to buy to get free shipping. Does that matter? Like if they don't get free shipping and like say they're only buying the toothpaste, but I'm just trying to get them to buy, and because you want to upsell them later. So I'm just trying to see, how to fit that in, because that kind of gets me stumbling sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. So specifically for toothpaste or a product that is under, in that $10, $20 range, I actually like to keep stock of those, a little bit of stock, because when you have a little bit of inventory, you actually can cut down on shipping prices. So if you go through Nu Skin on a toothpaste shipment, it's going to cost you about almost the same price as this product, right? Shipping is like $7.50. So what I'll do actually for this particular product, I will actually collect a bunch of orders, maybe like 10 orders of these at once, and then put in a shipment or put in an order of the 16 pack or the 32 packs. So that way I can have like inventory, and I can just send this out $20, $25 versus them spending $27, $28, about $28 online because of shipping, right? So that's what I do. And if I don't have any of these on stock, Eric, I will call someone that has these on stock and I'll have them ship it, and I'll just pay them to cover the shipping and maybe give them like a couple dollars. So Eric, if you ever need stock, I got 32 of these, bro. No problem. I don't mind roasting inventory.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. It was more like the elements that, like the new stuff, the powder stuff, like the $50, 60, yeah. Because I don't typically have those on stock. And I'm like right at the cusp of 100,
Correct. Yeah, something that's right at the close to 100. I'll just let them know, hey, by the way, I notice in the United States, shipping is about $5.50. It's not because of Nu Skin, but it's because, actually, I don't even say that part. I will just say the price is $7.50 for shipping, because USPS upped their shipping costs. And if you purchase over $100 worth of product, you'll get free shipping. If you want, I can recommend some really cool add-ons for you if that would help, is what I typically say. Because I had one lady order a Firewalker and it came out to like $25, $26 for the Firewalker. And I was like, whoa, like, hey, if you just, if you want to add $80 more, you get free shipping. And she was like, no, I'll pay the $7.50. I said, okay, like, no problem. And she did. She bought it. She said, okay, no problem. So any other question on that? You good? Okay. We can do one more. We're on the hour, so we can do one more. If anyone wants to raise their hand. I see my mom. Mom, are you raising your hand? Oh, mom's exercising. Okay. Oh, we got to do a little exercise. I forgot our little exercise that she loves. Okay, we'll do that in a little bit. Anybody have any other questions? You can raise your hand physically or rare. Irene has a question.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Facebook group and Facebook pages? I'm going to go over Facebook groups next week. I'm not going to go over Facebook groups today. It's more about following up, Irene, but I will answer that for you in our next Wednesday's call for sure.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else for following up stuff? Let me see if I can take a look at the whole gallery. Looks like we're all good. Everybody good? Everybody get good notes? Everybody like it so far? Everybody's good? Okay, everybody looks like they're nodding their heads. Okay, so we're good. So, okay, awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. Every Wednesday, you can find us here, same time, same place. We had to adjust our schedule for our, I guess, our time zones adjusted, right? Everybody time zones adjusted. So just remember 5 p.m. Hawaii, 7 p.m. California, 9 p.m. Texas, 8 p.m. Mexico, Peru. I don't know. But if you just remember 9 p.m. Texas, yeah, just associate that with whatever you are and we will get you, no problem. But okay, I love all of you and thank you so much for coming on and have a great rest of your night. Aloha. Bye, everybody. See you guys next week. Oh, 4 p.m. Hawaii. Yes, thank you. 4 p.m. Hawaii. Good, good. Time zone changed on me. Okay, aloha. See you guys on Monday. Bye-bye.